Hello, everybody. I hope you had a good start into the new year and are as excited as I am to start new with a few things, take with you a few things that you like into the new year. And as the title says today, I want to talk to you about my language goals. And probably if you click the video, you're also interested in learning a new language or continue learning a language. And yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. So this is my little language setup. First, it's my traveler's notebook where I mainly keep all my goals in my A5 sterling ink monthly booklet. And one goal is to learn 2 languages or to continue learning the languages. This is my language overall notebook where I take notes about how to learn languages best. I watched a few videos about language learning and good tools and methods to study effectively, and it's so fun to jump into this language learning community here on YouTube, and that's why I started taking notes on a couple of things. I want to show you today. This is a moleskin, large lined notebook with a hardcover. I had it for years and I finally found a way to use it. So these are my language goals for this year. I'm a German native speaker, so I'm from Germany and I want to learn Danish in 2026, or I want to start to learn Danish. I am a mom of 3 little kids, so I had to be quite realistic about what I can achieve during this year. And one thing that I was very passionate about, because I want to learn Danish, I want to keep it realistic. My second language goal is Spanish. I studied in Barcelona for a year, so I learned quite a bit of Spanish, but my master degree was in English. This is why I'm rather good at understanding Spanish and speaking a little bit, but I lost a little bit over the last 10 years or so. Hence, I want to pick it back up and want to jump back into it. I think my level in reading is a little bit higher than A2 or B1, but since I don't feel comfortable speaking at all, I decided that my goal for this year is to be more warm with the language again and go for an A2 B1 level of speaking. One thing about the Danish, I think it's quite important to have a why. My Spanish why is always to feel good about the language. I'm traveling sometimes to Spain, not often since having kids, but Spain is very close for us Germans and it's a nice country to visit. And in Denmark, we actually spend most of our summers. I'm living 2 hours away from the Danish coast, so it's easy for us to go there. We like to go there by boat as well. And I am seeing myself, my husband, my kids over the next few decades going back and forth to Denmark. And I just want to be able to speak the language in a way that makes it easy for me to converse with locals. All the Danish people speak English more or less, and a few of them speak German also. So I don't really need it, but I think it's always nice if you visit a country more often than once to adapt a few sentences, be able to converse with them. And it's fun. I think I'm going to be able to get to know the people there a lot more by speaking their language. And I have met so many nice Danish people that I'm really excited to jump into it. I think it's quite a difficult language to learn, actually. The last few months, I started dabbling into the language a little bit with a guided workbook, listened to a few YouTube videos and podcasts to have a feel for the language, and I think it's very difficult to pronounce. This is why I decided, instead of going for an A2 goal, to actually stay with A1. I'm so busy during the weeks. I want to be able to reach my goal, and I can always do more if I like to, but I want to have a good, successful feeling at the end of 2026. Yeah, let's jump into it, because I will keep it open so I can talk a little bit about it myself. But for the Danish, I'm deciding to go with a, I think, very good workbook. It's called Vi snakkes ved, and it's, I don't know if you can see it yet. It's quite thick. I already did 2 modules out of 10. And I want to keep using that as a guide to guide me through the A1 plus workbook. It also has listening comprehension exercises in an app, which I really like. And it gives me kind of a guideline about the vocabulary that is necessary for the A1 level. As I wrote down here, I'm using, for my Danish goals, I'm using the guided workbook as a method. A lot of listening, not only to the app, but also to podcasts and YouTube videos. And I want to start shadowing as soon as possible. Shadowing is a method where you listen to a sentence and then immediately speak it yourself. So you start speaking very early and start pronouncing the words as the other person that you're listening to says them. And in the beginning, you can do it a little slower, which I'm definitely going to do. But my goal is to have easy sentences ready to speak and practice those in the beginning. So I become a little more, let's say, comfortable with speaking the language and go from there. And I'm not quite sure yet when the right time is to start taking tutoring classes, because I really, really want to personalize my studies. But for now, especially for the first quarter of 2026, I want to do it myself with a notebook, with a workbook, and use the 10 lessons as a guideline. I'm still debating how far I should go for the first quarter. I think I'm going to set myself the goal to go for the 4th or 5th module until the end of March. 5 modules for the next 3 months is very reasonable for me, because I can take a few weeks per module and use the vocabulary to repeat, and also find a way to go back to earlier modules in order to do kind of a spaced repetition learning method. And this is my notebook. I have it for quite a while. I started writing a few things in them already. For vocabulary, I learn, as I said, because I'm a German mother tongue, I'm using German, Danish as the way to go. Also, this workbook is in German and Danish. And for the Spanish goal, I decided to go with a book. The book is called Atomic Habits, but in Spanish. And I got it new, so I didn't start it yet. And I'm really excited because I read it already in English and I listened to it in German as well. So I'm very familiar with the content. I'm happy about diving back into the topic of good habits that I want to form. So I decided that this would be a great idea to use as my Spanish learning book. When I'm listening to it, I already started the audiobook as well. I understand quite a lot, and I think when I pick it up as well, I can read quite a lot in this book. But I don't want to even start speaking here on camera because it has been such a long time speaking Spanish that I have to get used to it, and I really, really, really have to practice shadowing with my Spanish pronunciation, and also to get back into the habit of speaking Spanish and listening to Spanish and feel it more as a language. And I like it so much because it always brings me back so many nice memories from my time in Barcelona, and I had such a blast there with my friends from university, but also in general with the Spanish people. It's so much fun to get to know different cultures and experience it while living there. For Spanish, I decided that I will mainly go with this one book for the whole year, and will dabble into a few podcast episodes here and there just for listening comprehension and to get into new topics. And I have a Spanish workbook as well. It's also German to Spanish, mainly Spanish actually, but I don't use it as a guide to learning because I think my speaking and listening comprehension level is good enough to go from there. And the good thing is, I don't need it for school or for any specific reason other than nice conversations with locals. And I think if I have a little grammar issue here and there, I'll be fine. I want to feel comfortable with the language. And with this video, I also want to encourage you, if you decide to learn a language and you don't have to be at a specific level, for example, for your studies or anything else for your job, then to be kind to yourself and start slow and to start having fun with it. Because last year, I think I started around September, October to go back into language learning. And I first set myself such big goals, even for the last quarter of last year. And then life was happening. 3 kids were happening. And as much as I wanted to be able to study more, it's just not the season of life to spend 8 hours studying languages. And I think it's fine. It can be fun as well. And this is why I also wrote down for my Danish goals to listen to health and wellness podcasts, because I'm really into wellness and health topics, into anything mindset related, because I've worked as a coach myself, and I just want to learn more and more about that topic. And why not use a different language to learn more about the topic in that language, and to have different perspectives. And I think it's really, really nice. I have one app that I purchased last year, which is called Link. I can also show you more about that in a future video. And that's an app where you can upload YouTube videos, podcasts, or also connect to your Netflix account in order to learn the language while watching and listening to your favorite shows. And I have started to use it a little bit for Danish and for Spanish. So I'm going to show you how I use it in the future, but right now I wanted to stay a little bit analog and start this year by showing you how I use my notebooks for language learning. This is my Spanish notebook, by the way. It's also a moleskin that I had for years, and I ripped out the first pages because I have a habit of starting a journal and not finishing it. And I want to use all my notebooks, and I will cover it in a little more pretty in the future. I already started a little bit writing down a few practice sentences and vocabs, and these are mainly, sentences about my own life that I translated and started to speak again so I can start a conversation with people. But I will also use it to make notes from this book and to write down vocabulary. I will also use the app Link, as I said, to study vocabulary, but I will also use the app Anki, which is very common for spaced repetition learning, and I think it's good to use it. But I'm an analog lover. I just love my journals. I love writing it down with my hands and to feel it. I'm a visual learner as well, so I like to take colorful notes, and this is why I will always use my notebooks. And I'm really, really happy with the setup. It's simple, it's easy. The idea is to study each language almost every day, especially Danish. I will focus on Danish because in the summer we will go back with a boat to Denmark, and I want to be able to have the first small conversations in a cafe or in a shop to order something or to pay for something. So very easy conversational language goals, I think. yeah, I will make more videos on each language specifically when I did it for a while during this year, but I wanted to start off the January by talking about the goals that I have, and I'm really happy about exchanging ideas for studying with you. So if you're also deciding on learning a new language, or maybe even Danish and Spanish as well, yeah, let me know. It's quite exciting, and I'm so happy to have finally started a YouTube channel and to find a way to exchange more ideas with you and to be inspired as always, because I think it's just such a nice community here, not only for the language learning, but also for the journaling. Yeah, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to start off this channel and to talk more about language learning, more about studying in general, because I have a few things that I want to learn. I'm, for example, very into gardening, and I also want to learn more about a few politics and what's going on in the world. So I will always bring it in here quite a bit, but the January will be focused on more or less the setup of the year when it comes to planning and the way I want to study. And I think it's just so nice to exchange ideas. Yeah. I hope you liked the video, and I'm really excited for the next one. So hope to see you there, and yeah, have a good day.